think that coronavirus is something that is going to be gone in the near future. If we're being realistic, coronavirus is something that we will have to stay with. We'll have to learn how to live with it. It'll always be like this looming tragedy almost over us, and I think we need to learn how to just come to terms with it.
This pandemic outlined that politicians and economists have their attention focused on the economy. However, I think that environmentalists and Generation Z or Z are the future leaders.
As the government starts to lift restrictions, I honestly think that people are going to start trying to go back to how things were, completely just missing the fact that the virus is still at large and there are still people who are going to be affected by it.
We have one thing that previous generations don't have: the internet. It is infinite. There's a reason why it's called the World Wide Web. We can't just sit down and pretend like everything is fine, even though we have the resources to educate ourselves.
Life will change. Like, you won't be able to do what you used to do before.
We're gonna have to live with social distancing, with face masks, with more online, I guess you can say, things, especially as a student, for classes.
I think the demand for online work classes will increase and people will not mingle as before.
Taking a class online and taking it in person are pretty different experiences.
I guess this is a stepping stone of living a virtual life. In like sci-fi movies or sci-fi TV shows, everything is virtual. There are holograms all around instead of videos. Like, everything is on the internet. You will have different gadgets. Everybody will stay at home and do things virtually, remotely, because that's the normal. That's how people live.
I think in the next 2 or 3 years, everything will be returning to normal, but people will take more seriously hygiene.
So I think in terms of day-to-day, most definitely I can see a more precautionary future.
I think we are going to sanitize much more our things, clean a lot our hands, not touch our face as much.
Many different issues will arise from the dire situation of the global economy.
And I think this virus changed our outlook on how we care for the most vulnerable in our society.
Because of all this affecting our mental health, I don't think in the near future mental health is something that can just spring up back to normal.
Everyone's fighting their own battles, everyone's struggling with something else, and it's a really bad period for loads of different people for different reasons. But I think in this period where we're all living through this time, we need to be kind, be understanding, understand that it's a hard period for everyone.
Honestly, I don't know what to expect anymore. I don't know if the future will get better or it'll be worse. I'm not really sure.
Honestly, I feel like this is the only chance for us to actually make a big change, to actually make a change that will last for generations.
The situation that we're in with the protective measures and everything is what I believe is called the new normal. We are in the new normal. Things are definitely not going to go back to what they were before.
I might consider taking a gap year as well, just to spend time here with my family more and maybe like learn more Korean or other things that I've been interested in doing but haven't really had time to do in college.
So I'm a senior who has graduated, well, not really graduated, but almost there. But yeah, so I'm a senior and I'm helping people who are in the year behind me just, understand work. So we have an online class every week where we just catch up and I just try and explain to them everything and make sure that they understand what they're learning, because it's important to help other people.
I think that I'm sort of just taking it, one step at a time. And obviously I'm still trying to be mindful of, what's to come in the future. But I feel like what I could do right now is only deal with what I know.
Me as an individual, I don't think I can do anything to change the future and to change the people around me. I think I can do it for myself and maybe be an example for the others.
I really don't believe that you need the government to tell you to maintain basic hygiene levels.
People wear the mask, but do they use it properly? No, they don't. They don't at all. There's like zero awareness, even though they do know everything. They've heard of everything. They've seen so many videos and messages, and they've read all about it. They've seen on TV. But what do they really do? I don't even know.
So maybe in the future we should give more attention to our hygiene and our health.
Adopt more sustainable ways of living so that we can work towards a better environment and follow the basic guidelines for this virus to pass as quickly as possible, because we need to start building the world back up from scratch at this point.
It's going to bring a lot of technological innovations that I don't think we have seen before, and that only came to people's mind because of the coronavirus.
Coming back to the core and thinking about what's really important, like everybody's living a simplistic life. What's really important in the home? What's really important to you?
What really makes me hopeful, despite all this anger, despite all this tension, despite certain negativities, is love. Our show of love throughout this time.
And I'm hoping that the near future is a social system built off of mutual respect and a lot of gratefulness, because I truly believe in like smaller changes for the greater future. So I think it's really important that I'm a member of society that inspires mutual respect and gratefulness among those I interact with every day, while also acting in accordance to what is right.